Welcome to 10 Minutes. I'm Tony Scott. Today's show is sponsored by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO has 28 clinics in and around the metro area. Their practices specialize in orthopedic care and sports medicine. Today we'll have Adam Bachalski from TCO in studio to talk about their new athletic training program called AMP, which stands for Athletic Movement and Performance. But before Adam joins us, let's take care of some YHH business first. We plan to add 15 players to our Minnesota Now prospects over the next 2 weeks. We're also building out our USA Bantam Majors, who are 2002 birth years. I'll talk about a little bit more about the strong Minnesota 2002s a little later in the show. On Monday, we announced the 2018 sophomore prospect, Jared Moe from Holy Family Catholic. Jared was a beast last winter for the Fire. We've heard that several big-time college programs are showing interest for the Southpaw goalie. Today, 2020 prospect Jake Boltman from Edina gets the nod. Jake's a big kid, has size, skill, and a ton of determination. His performance over the last year has been amazing. The player after that is one of my favorites. A couple of clues. His name is so long he needs 2 jerseys to fit the letters on the back. He was recently drafted into the USHL, and his favorite side dish is a baked potato. YHH will unveil its invites to the 2016 Pee Wee Challenge over the next 2 weeks. 85 players from girls U11 and U12, Pee Wee Minor, and Pee Wee Major will be invited to skate in our 3rd annual event. Last year, our 3 tournament MVPs are big names. Rochester's Tyler Haskins, Vivian Jungles, who won it as a U11, and Joey Pierce from Ely. YHH is very lucky to have so many great players in the same building each year. We're joined with Adam Bachalski from Twin Cities Orthopedics. Thanks for joining us again, Adam, on the show again, your 3rd time.
Yeah, thanks, Tony, for having me. Love being here.
All right, well, today we have a really good topic to talk about, a new program that you guys are bringing out. It's called the AMP program.
Yep.
What does AMP stand for?
Great question. So our AMP program stands for Athletic Movement and Performance.
So this would be things for all athletes, not just hockey players?
Correct. It is. It's for all athletes. It's to test and improve your athleticism, your speed, your power, your agility, your overall athleticism.
Great for hockey players, obviously.
Absolutely. Great way to get some dry land training for hockey players, especially during the summer months when it may be a little quieter on the hockey end.
It's never quiet on the hockey end. Let's just get that out right now.
I understand. It's 365, 24/7.
It pretty much is. So talk a little bit about, before we get into some of the specifics of it, talk a little bit about how the program was invented and developed for your people, or for people interested in this program.
Yeah, so the AMP camp was developed by certified athletic trainers and physical therapists, put the program together, and really did their research and their homework and made it more of a science-based program instead of kind of more of the old, where you're thinking we're just going to go and we're going to do, curls and push-ups and different things like this. This is, a more comprehensive, more dynamic workout program.
Curls get girls, though. So
that they do. So, we'll throw some curls in there.
Good. I'm just kidding. All right, so talk about, so it's very scientific. You guys probably, as certified athletic trainers, probably thought, we got to come up with something that's better than that's out there. And I think that's kind of what the basis of this is, right?
Yeah, so kind of the niche with the AMP is you come in and you get your AMP score. So basically, you kind of think of it as almost like an NFL combine type thing. You're going to initially get a baseline score. You're going to run through 10 different exercises. Examples are a vertical jump, a broad jump. You're going to do a squat. You're going to do
my all-time favorite is the 3-cone. Do you do the 3-cone?
Yep, 3-cone. We got the 3-cone in there. We got the Illinois agility.
Yeah.
And you're going to run through 10 different tests, testing speed, power, strength, agility. You're going to get your AMP score. So every individual test, you get a score. So you maybe get like a 4 or a 5. You get done with all 10, you get your AMP score added up. So you come in, you get your baseline score
and that'll
of
be
25.
like in June, right? You get your baseline. You come in the first one, you get your baseline in June.
Absolutely.
Program goes all the way to August. So by the end, hopefully.
Your goal is to improve on your AMP score.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Athletic movements. So talk about some of the athletic movements that you would probably go through to kind of get stronger in this program.
Yeah. So different things you'd work on. We're going to work on some plyometrics. We're going to work on some agility exercises as well. You're going to be trained by either a certified athletic trainer or a certified strength and conditioning specialist. It's an 8-week program built to improve your athleticism overall and improve at the end of the 8 weeks, improve your AMP score.
All right, so this is in Eden Prairie, right?
Yep, this is at our Eden Prairie Twin Cities Orthopedics location, which is a beautiful facility.
Which is not a clinic, really. I mean, it probably is some clinic
Well,
there.
there is clinic space there, but this is definitely a little different than your traditional physical therapy clinic. This is more like a gym. You know, we've got hardwood surface, we've got some field turf in there, we've got the squat racks, we got the
sleds, you got the ropes.
Yep,
you got
so we got the
everything.
ropes, we got the TRX ropes, we got med balls. So you're gonna get after it in there. We're gonna make you sweat.
Will a kid work out for an hour, hour and a half? How long is the workout?
Yeah, so the workout is around about an hour. You're gonna get you're gonna go through your warm up. You're gonna get your workout in, and then you're gonna get your cool down in. So overall, you're looking at maybe an hour and 15-minute time spent, and gonna be time well spent.
What's the age group that's, what's the youngest kid that you might take in versus, does it go all the way through college age kids?
Absolutely. So you kind of want to start out around the 12 to 13-year-old, and then it goes up from there. We're lots of high school athletes, certainly the collegiate athlete who's looking to get a little extra edge during the summer.
Right.
And then we also do just even the more mature athlete as well.
All right, so talk about the AMP score. So when someone gets from one level to the next, what will they kind of see? What is the end result? What's the end thing when they approve this?
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, we want to improve your overall athleticism, which you can then translate to whether it's the ice, the court, the playing field, and you improve in that area.
Okay. All right, well, great. Well, this is a program that really interests me because it seems like the kids that are out there are kind of shooting in the dark,
Yep.
looking for something. This looks like it kind of turns the light on more on, a scientific approach.
Yep.
An approach that will, show some objective measurement with it as well.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of the great thing about the AMP camp is you're going to get measured at the beginning. You're going to go through 8 weeks, twice a week. We're going to work on your deficits, and then you're going to see the results at the end of those 8 weeks, and we can back that up with the numbers.
Really cool, really cool. Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, you
It was
bet.
great to hear about this program.
You what? Thanks, Tony.
It was great to have Adam with us again. He's such a great resource for us and our readers. Okay, back to the rink. It hit me a few years ago that the 2002 class of Minnesota kids was a deep group. That depth has been on display the last few weeks of the spring season. The premier teams like the Blades and Machine are very solid, mostly holding down the fort at number 1 and 2 throughout their entire AAA career. The Blades and Machine being the best has been the norm the last 5 years of the off-season hockey at all levels. But what isn't the normal is the depth of the other teams just behind them at the O2 level. The Euro-American team has actually beaten both the Blades and the Machine a time or two the past few years. They trot out stars like Brock Faber, Kyle Kukkonen, and Jack Smith, all very talented kids. Two other strong groups are the Northern Wings, who won the Caribou Cup last year and beat the Machine last weekend. Joey Pierce, Landon Parker, Jackson Coons, and Tate Hammond are just a few great players of note on the Wings. The Lake Superior Stars have Blake Biondi, Mason Langenbrunner, and Luke Grammer on their squad. And then back in the Metro, there are two more teams loaded with stars like the Magicians and Icemen. If you see these teams play, you'll see Stephen Blauert and Matt Beatty, two Prior Lake kids who can really play, plus Jack Novak. And the Icemen, who have the human goal-scoring machine, Drew Holt, and a little spark plug by the name of Grant Ashan from Burnsville that's really fun to watch. The talent level here is really, really high. As a big fan of Minnesota kids, I'm really excited to see this group explode onto the national scene over the next few years. Lots of Matza trivia. Last week's Lots of Matza trivia question was a little easier than the week before. We asked about a set of twins from Hibbing who starred on the Blue Jackets' 1982 state tournament team. The answer was Gary and Greg Hooper, a.k.a. the Hooper twins. They played alongside Pat Micheletti at the state tournament. While running the Founders Cup the last 2 years up in Hibbing, I got a chance to meet Gary Hooper. It was an honor. This week's question gets a little bit tougher. This player played his high school hockey at Duluth Central. That should be your first clue that this question's a little harder. He also played juniors and college down in the Twin Cities. His son is a Division I national champion hockey player, and his brother-in-laws are Neil, Aaron, and Paul Broughton. Can you name this former Gopher? If you know it, send an email to yhh@youthhockeyhub@gmail.com to win a pack of Lots of Matza pizzas. This boom goes out to a team that came in from out of town and play hard-nosed hockey, love hard-nosed hockey. At the end of a game, while losing bad, they took a cheap shot, took some liberties, which has been done before, and injured a player, which has been done before. But where they crossed the line is where they cheered for the opposing player when he was hurt, cheering openly about it. Nothing is worse than that. Show some class, people. Boom roasted. This week's Lots of Matzah Game Puck goes out to all of the support staff behind the scenes here at 10 Minutes with Tony Scott this season. Sherry Dahl and Francis Sampa have been great behind the camera and producing the videos, and all the people here at Gradient Positioning Systems who have helped us produce these videos this week. Huge game puck that goes out to you. Thanks a lot.